Well, eating it's Marcella. It's not a. Tell them if you do. Give me the group now. Eating yours. Who's turn? Tell them that. Well, you don't want to be a part of it. Because the next man they biting it. What goes around will come around. How you make your bed, you go stick in it. Before you put a ring on it. You don't know who are shares in it. It could be Tom, it could be John, it could be. Hey, ladies there. Sing it out loud for them to wear. The thing yours. Who's turn? And when they see you with a man, they vex and you they want to blame. Tell them. Boy, the thing boy, yo. Different thing. Stop that. Come on, man. You see the kind of people that they want to jump up yet. When you see we come out to faith, when you see we come out to party, boom, when you see we come out to drink. If you love Marcella, just take a little bounce. Take a little bounce, mommy. Boy, bounce, boy, bounce. Ooh. I see her yet. I want to sing a song for her, but I see her yet. Yeah. Stop that. No, I appreciate you. Easy. Have some principle. Yeah. Call her for me. Just call her for me. So long I searching. So you see what she doing? Everybody help her do that too. Let me give praises. How you mean? So long I searching for you. Why you there? 40 days, 40 nights I looking for you. Miss Marcella, you are my girl. 40 days, 40 nights I looking. Everybody wave it up. Shine the light bright. Halabi dingole. Come on, halabi dingole. Halabi dingole. Halabi dingole. Boom, halabi dingole. Come, halabi dingole. Oh, baby girl, tell me where you've gone. Well, I've been searching and looking. I'm searching. Tell me what's going on. Calling your phone, I'm getting busy tones. Well, I'm calling your dad, calling your mom, and they tell me you're not around, so I'm searching. And I'm searching. Oh, I'm searching now. Boom, I'm searching. Oh, I'm searching. Ready again, Shane. Ready again. Well, sing for Miss Marcella. 40 days, 40 nights I looking to make a change. But you are my... All right then, 40 days, 40 nights. If you wearing something yellow, put your hand in the air so, and go so. Why? Hey, what? Hey, ready? Oh. Stop that. I'll do a cappella before I leave, okay? Can I do a cappella before I leave? And you'll help me? You want the music, my boy? Yes, I. Who you voting for? Yes, my boy. You see that? Look at in front of me there. Two young people. Hey, what they thinking? They voting for Marcella, they thinking. Night by night. doesn't make time. They're living on love. You see that? Yeah. Shane, you ready to give me that thing again? One to them there. Oh, a little Indian. Eh. Ah! Boom. All right. That is what the man wanted. Sing the time, you know. Dance, my boy. And everybody go. Rickety kitty kikidi. Rickety kitty kikidi. Rickety kitty kikidi. Mama diko, way, mama diko. Rickety kitty kikidi. Rickety kitty kikidi. Rickety kitty kikidi. Mama diko, way, mama diko. Hey that, this girl from Ihin. Came 2 cents. With that sexy fee. If you see how she look. She came up to me, asked me if I'm wicked. Asked, how she ballin'? How she ballin'? Somebody give Miss Marcella a wave. Give her the wave now. Rickety kitty kikidi. Rickety kitty kikidi. Rickety kitty kikidi. Mama diko, way, mama diko. Rickety kitty kikidi. Rickety kitty kikidi. How you mean we bouncing nice? Hey! We in the party. The girl whining up on me. Touching up she body. And I like how it feeling. She whining whole night. How we slide moving left to. Well, she whining till morning light. If you hear. Give me the bounce now. Give me. So give me. Yeah. Can I sing one more? Can I sing one more? Go. I don't think they know that, huh? Y'all know that? Y'all know that one there? Oh, yo. We are going from the party, guys. Reload. Somebody say rickety. Big up all of the fans, them. Miss Marcella, big up yourself. Run it again, Jane. Yo, one to them. Yo, one to them there. Yo, one to them. Yo, start to wine now. Oh, yo. We are going home, the party get done. She whining nana. Oh, yo. We getting on but till the morning come. Your mother what? Home to them. Oh, yo. We are going home, the party get done. She whining nana. Oh, yo. We getting on bad. Mr. Shots in the house. Baby, bend down and push that bumper right back on me. I don't care if her girl or her best friend watching me. Hey, right now we are watching no face inside the party. Hey, that if you look in the crowd, look Shasta there. Mr. Shasta there do it, me no. Oh, yo. We are going home, the party get done. She whining nana. Oh, yo. We getting on but till the morning come. Vocals. Baby, one final Red Bull and bring some Hennessy. Nobody can come and tell me that's so much for me. If you believe Marcella winning, yes, this party. Put your hand up in the air if you agree with. And everybody let me jump and we boom. Oh, yo. We are going home, the party get done. She whining nana. Oh, yo. We getting on bad. I love you so much. My name is Ricky T. Bless up Miss Marcella. Hey, we in the building.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Ricky T. And tell Kenson, the city of yours is Marcella's own. You want more Ricky T? I think Rickety has left, you know. He has another performance to do, so he's on his way. But ladies and gentlemen, our meeting will continue. And at this time, I would like to bring on our next speaker. And he hails from the community of Grand Riviere. I would like to call on Joseph Marius, better known as Herod, to address you. A round of applause for Herod, please. Herod, parfait qu'on pipe. So if you come in, come. Herod is on his way, ladies and gentlemen. Yes.
Good evening. Bien bonsoir pour Maman Flambeau. Maman Flambeau! Well. Kasavla di ou. Les pitch ou là c'est où qu'a senti. C'est ça que ça veut dire comment? Les pitch ou là c'est où qu'a senti. Bon à présent, moi les demander nous c'est ici. Qui ça qui a ouvert nous? Est-ce qu'il a pitché nous? Eh bien, est-ce qu'il a mené nous malheureux? Il a pitché, mais si il a pitché, qui ça on est pour faire? Ou ka hele? Ok. Maman Flambeau. Nous savons, en temps passé, nous pas te ka misère. Et puis nous de ça boire, nous de ça manger. Mais à présent, qui ça qui a arrivé Saint-Lucie et puis Maman Saint-Lucie? Qui manière nous de à dans temps qui passe et qui manière nous à présent? Et puis question c'est qui moun qui fait nous ça nous qui a ouvert nous à présent? Qui moun qui mette nous en dans condition nous y à présent? Ce n'est pas les bas qui mettent nous comme ça. Ce n'est pas Flambeau qui mette nous comme ça. C'est nous qui mettons comme nous en disant bagaille là nous y à présent. Bon, à présent, moi je demande des questions. Qui moun qui nous tirer nous en bagaille là nous y à présent? Messieurs, ce n'est pas un moun qui nous tirer nous. C'est nous qui nous tirer comme nous. Parce que pour qui ça? C'est nous qui mettons comme nous en disant bagaille là nous y à. Bon, moi, quand je répète un bagage, je te dis, malgré tout, élection ça là, ce n'est pas une élection qui est normale comme toute élection. Élection ça là, c'est maman et papa. Toute élection. Moi, quand je dis ça en anglais pour les gens qui ne comprennent pas toi, pour comprendre ça. This election is the mother and father of every general election in St. Lucia. You may ask the question why. Because right now, in St. Lucia, we have reached the stage where we cannot feed ourselves. We have reached the stage where the Prime Minister is giving us money. But if the Prime Minister gives us $10, he's taking $50 from the 10 he has given us. Now, if you take 50 from 10, you know that math doesn't add up. The math 50 from 10 doesn't add up because all the time you taking from less. What happened is that you decreasing. So I want to tell us, this election, we want every United Workers' Party members and followers and supporters, do not stay at your homes and say, you know what, Flambeau already win. Spider lose the election by 7 votes. And he had a van of supporters with 16 members and supporters that went round the island without voting and say, hey, Spider Hagway. If you have 16, Spider passed 7 votes. So I want us to know, if we go in a line, go and put your little X by the touch. Go and vote for the United Workers' Party. Go and vote for Marcella Johnson. Go and vote for the United Workers' Party. Go and vote for Alan Michael Chasney as the leader and the next prime minister of this country. I want us to know this election is the election that will determine whether we will die or whether we will float. Is either sink or float. But I want us to know this election, let us not make the mistake and say Marcella has win or UWP has win. And we do not need to go and vote. Let us go and vote. If you get a Labour Party person that want to go with you, bring them, and while bringing them, tell them to vote for the United Workers' Party. Vote for Marcella. Vote for progress. Vote to build up our country. Vote that our country will progress. Alan Michael Shastey started progress in St. Lucia. Labour Party has come and they have regressed St. Lucia. People of Gros Islet, people of St. Lucia, people all around, I urging us, come election day, come out, bring 1, bring 2, and make sure you go and remove this wicked and evil government in office and you vote for the United Workers' Party. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Herod. Another round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Herod. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're moving right along. And I am going to introduce the next speaker. Our next speaker is our party's chairman. And so, please help me welcome Mr. Thurl Prudent, the chairman of the United Workers' Party, who will be addressing you right now. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening, brothers and sisters. Martinzot, good evening, brothers and sisters. Now tonight is when the war begins. Utanima, Samuelia, tonight is the night the war begins. And I'm saying this with every fiber in my body. Marcella Johnson have to win this thing. We are not just going to say it in words, but we are going to say it in deeds. Because action speaks louder than words. This evening, I want to say to you, from every community here in Gros Islet, and when we talk about Gros Islet, we're not just talking about Gros Islet town. We're talking about Cap Estate, Gros Islet, Massad, Rodney Bay, Lafayette. We're talking about Moshi, Wavin Makok, Labon, Deramo, Magretut, Mont-Citon. We're also talking about areas like Rivière-Mitan. And we're talking about Marisol, Corinth. We're talking about Grand Rivière, Piat, Mont-Sepin. And the list goes on. We have a work to do. We have a serious mission ahead. And that mission is to turn every stone. Every stone that's unturned, we must turn them over to vote for Marcella Johnson of the United Workers' Party. Folks, we can see the degradation in Gros Islet. We have a man who is representing Gros Islet who hardly care about the people of Gros Islet. And the only person that have benefited from Kenson Kazime is Kenson Kazime himself. And so while the rest of you have to worry about what you are going to eat tomorrow, worry about how you are going to feed your children, Kenson Kazime has become a big boy in 3.5 years. And you wonder why? Because our system has enabled people like him to use politics to be able to make himself a big boy overnight. But people like Marcella, they're not in that for getting rich. They don't care for these things. She have what she have already. What Marcella is in right now is to ensure that she can take you out of the abyss of poverty here in this community and take you to higher heights. And I'm saying to you this evening, Flabos, supporters of the United Workers' Party, Labour Party supporters who are also thinking of voting for Marcella, let us remain focused. You, as we're by Roro Salah, forget about Roro. The only thing that matters is removing Kenson Kazime and the St. Lucia Labour Party from the seat of power here in this country. And if you don't believe me, ask the people of Denry South, ask the people in Ancillary, ask the people in every quarter of our community, of our country. They are thinking like you. Labour must go. Labour must, and they will go. Folks, we have one man. We lost John Compton, but we are left with one man. And I don't care what the Labour Party say. The only man who can deliver St. Lucia at this time is none other but Michael Allen Chasney. So they can jump high water, low water, Allen Chasney will be the next Prime Minister of this country. Because we are going to ensure we elect Marcella here in Gros Islet. And we ensure every candidate of the United Workers' Party is given an opportunity to win. Are you with me? And so as we grow this movement, because it has to be a movement, as we grow this movement to become a powerhouse, to challenge this St. Lucia Labour Party, guess what? Yellow is the code. Sagi Kodla? Yellow is the code. Because we're not seeing red, we're not seeing pink, we're not seeing green. All we're seeing is Sanukawea. All we're seeing is, that's right. Thank you very much. Now I don't have to stay too long. I'm not a guy to like that hugs the mic. And tonight, we are here this evening to be able to talk about Marcella. And Marcella will this evening tell you about some of her vision for Gros Islet. Those of you who are out of Gros Islet, don't be jealous. You have competent persons in your own constituency and candidates who will tell you about their own vision for your community. But tonight it's all about us in Gros Islet and Marcella Johnson here as the candidate of the United Workers' Party. But before I do that, I want to introduce a man who has spent the last 25 years here in this community doing good things for the people of Gros Islet. The man, the only man who could construct and repair fait tout qualité bagay 70 roads Kenson fait yon selti chime e ki couche boy. Akodi se madame li. Di misye ache point madame l'autre quoi hein. OK, pas assise pas assise tout partout according say, as what she may, according like famu. You understand, Parfait Dousa? Don't do that to us. Respect the people of Gros Islet. Because the person I'm about to introduce is someone who has done a lot for Gros Islet and helped a lot of Gros Islet people. We have the Human Resource Center. We have all these IT centers. We have all of these health centers, preschools. All of these things was done by this one man I'm about to introduce. And ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, I call upon none other but the former representative of Gros Islet, my friend, my cousin, Leonard Spider Montot, to introduce you this evening. Thank you. And Avamabali Michaela, I have to tell you, one of the best PROs the UWP has ever had. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
And if you try to fix more than you break, if you're the kind who takes the time to help a stranger in the rain, there's a place for people like you. If you stand up for those down on their knees and lend a voice to those who cannot speak, if you shine a little light, give sight to the ones who've lost their way, there's a place for people like you.
Certainly there is. Ladies and gentlemen, your current parliamentary representative has taken much more than he has given. There's no place for people like him in Gros Islet. And if you think there will be a public political meeting in Gros Islet and you will not hear my voice, think again. I know what proper representation is. I have given Gros Islet proper representation. And I will not sit idly by to watch a young man come and undo the progress that we have done in Gros Islet. I will not watch a government come into office and destroy the accomplishments of the United Workers' Party that has redounded to the benefit of the people of Gros Islet. And so, the reason why I will not just fade away, I will be in the forefront, I will be part of the fight. I want to see that Gros Islet gets back to the days when we had proper representation. And tonight I say to you, I fully endorse Marcella Johnson as the next parliamentary representative for the constituency of Gros Islet, because I know that she has what it takes, I know that she can work, and I know that she is here to serve. And yes, Kenson Kazimi is here to serve himself and himself alone. That is not what representation is about. And so when you see that in the space of about 4 years, we had a number of ICT centers around the constituency, and he has shut down every one of them. When we see that there was a highway, a four-lane highway that had begun in Rodney Bay to alleviate the traffic for the benefit of the people traveling this route here in Gros Islet, and he and his government has come in and they've stopped it. That is not what we want. When you look at all recreational facilities in the constituency, a place with such a high population where you need to have open spaces, all he is doing is putting massive walls as if it's a prison around those facilities, because I was told that that is where he can get his cut. That is where the money comes from for him to do his real estate business. So, we do not want a real estate agent, we want a parliamentary representative. And if in the space of 4 years, you can come from an individual who could not feed your children to becoming a man who's a multimillionaire, something is definitely wrong. And I'm going to repeat what I said inside, because I'm not the only politician who knows it. Everyone who has been a parliamentarian knows the salary of a politician. And any politician who becomes rich off the salary of a politician is a crook. And that level of corruption that we are seeing right before our very eyes, we have to put it to an end. And I say to Kenson, you have come into politics for self-aggrandizement. We want a representative who will come in to serve the people of Gros Islet and will make our lives better with work, with development, with progress. And so now that the time is approaching, you're everywhere organizing boat ride, giving people gifts, and all of that. Well, I will say to you, Kenson, we will take back some of the money that you have taken. We will eat it, we will drink it, and we will vote you out. So when it comes to you, a man who thinks he does not owe you answers, when we the people of Gros Islet ask, how come you have acquired so many properties, multi-million-dollar properties in the space of 3 years, and you do not think you owe us an answer, it tells us that you think you are the boss. But we are saying to you, no way, baby. We are the ones who run the show. We are the ones who call the shot. And we are saying to you, you must go. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I make no bones about it. I make no bones about it. They threaten to sue me, let them sue me. Because what they do not know is that the questions that they are refusing to answer, once I meet them in court, they will have to answer those questions. So take me to court. Take me to court. You know, they're busy. There's one of them, starstruck. You know, putting nonsense on social media, starstruck. Now, I found out who is starstruck. And so I want to say, and I mince no words, you know. I hold no prisoners. Christopher Hunt is starstruck. Now let me just say to starstruck, that is not the right name for you. The correct name for you is moonstruck, because you are a lunatic. And you all know why they call mad people lunatic? Do you know why they call mad people lunatic? It has something to do with the moon. Lunar. The word lunatic comes from the word lunar, and lunar is the moon. So, when you see the moon is in certain phases, those mad fellas don't know what to do. So they're all about shooting crap. And so, they talk about Spider is an alcoholic. Spider. Well, that is why they think they can sue me. But tell them, I have no fear. This is a just cause, and I will defend that just cause. Because I know I have served with Alan Michael Chasney as Prime Minister. I have served with Dominic Fede as Minister of Tourism. I have served with Guy Joseph as Minister of Economic Affairs, with Bradley Felix as Minister of Commerce, with Herod as Minister of Planning, and I know that they all are competent men who can do the job. And there are some of us who have been phased out. You serve your time and you bow out gracefully. Inform Philip J. Pierre of that. You serve your time and you bow out gracefully. But what has impressed me most, what has given me hope, what has kept me fighting with the United Workers' Party is that they have brought on board to date 12 new candidates, men and women of caliber. And I am pleased, I'm satisfied, and I'm proud that here in Gros Islet is no exception. They have given us a woman of competence, a woman of high caliber, a worker who will come to serve us and not to make herself. And so I say to you, come the next general election, each and every one of us must not only come out and ensure that we vote, be sure to encourage your family, your friends, your children, everyone. Be sure to encourage them to come out to cast their votes. As Herod told you, in 2011, I lost. Herod, it was 6 and not 7. 6 and not 7. I lost by 6 votes. And that is because everyone was of the view that I had won the election already. Well, let me say this to you from experience. And if you don't believe me, ask Ezekiel in Babunu. He lost by 2. You do not win an election before 6 o'clock of the day of election. That is after we have all cast our votes and ensure that we register our support by putting an X for Marcella Johnson to secure that win, because when Marcella wins, you win. When Marcella wins, Fnabo wins. When Fnabo wins, St. Lucia wins. So we must all ensure that we win and St. Lucia wins. And in the case of Gros Islet, we have to put our vote for Marcella Johnson. Come out and give your support in no uncertain terms, because it is important. It is important because Herod said this is the mother of all elections. It is. Because the level of corruption that is taking place now, if we allow it to continue and we give the Labour Party another term in office, they will feel that they are above the law. And they will feel that they could do as they please and continue pilfering the treasury of St. Lucia. Because I read some letters on Monday on television, and you saw and you heard for yourself the kind of corruption that exists in the CIP program. Now they have canceled the contract because Alan Shastner has taken them to court. And the danger for them is that when you go to court, they have refused to answer Alan, they have refused to answer Dominic, they have refused to answer Guy. But when you go to court, you must answer the question. And so they are trying to undo the wrongs that they have done before the court case. But the damage has already been done, and it is too little, too late. They will and they have to pay the price. And so when you hear that they entered into a contract with Galaxy of over 600 million US dollars, and now they want to increase the cost of a passport from 100,000 US to 250,000 US, that will give you more than $1 billion US dollars. And they are saying to Galaxy, well, they increase the difference between the 100 and the 250, that they will get it. Guess what? They had already sold out our country to that foreign company called Galaxy. And if you didn't believe me, you heard Ernest Hiller for yourself when he said he cannot answer questions about the deal he entered into. He must get permission from Galaxy. Well, guess what? Now he wants to cancel the contract that he engaged in to save himself from the court. Galaxy is saying to him, you can go ahead and cancel contract, but if you raise it to $250,000, every cent belongs to us. And he can do nothing about it. So today, our government is not in charge. Our government is not in control. Galaxy is calling the shots. Galaxy is running the show. Don't ask for GPH. They are now getting $12.50 on every cruise passenger that comes into St. Lucia. And GPH keeps $10 out of that for themselves. Solid Waste gets $1.50, and the government of St. Lucia, meaning you, the people, you are getting $1. Is that the way we run a business? Are those the kinds of deals you expect your government ministers to negotiate on your behalf? They have completely sold out the country under us. We have to take a stand now, or it will be too late if we wait any longer. So I count on Alan Shastner, Marcella Johnson, the rest of the United Workers' Party to come in there and put an end to the madness that the St. Lucia Labour Party has engaged in. So at the end of the day, we can bring our country back on an even keel and back to progress and development. So that is why I will stand proudly on a United Workers' Party platform. One, based on the performance of the United Workers' Party. We are a platform of performance. Two, based on the caliber of people who form the team that will represent us in the next election. And three, based on the kind of leadership that I see in this United Workers' Party. I wholeheartedly, 100% support the United Workers' Party. And I ask you to do the same. go out, support, and vote for the United Workers' Party, because that is where the future of St. Lucia lies. That is where our future lies. And ensure that if you come from Gros Islet, you vote for Marcella Johnson, and when Kenson Kazimi comes to you, you say to him, no way, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, I will stop for now because there is a long campaign ahead. Well, I don't know how long it's going to be. But I am prepared for the long haul. I am prepared for the battle. I am no halfway soldier. I am on board 100%. And let me just announce, this is an announcement for the St. Lucia Labour Party. There is nothing you can do to stop me. There is nothing you can do to stop the march of the United Workers' Party. And there is nothing you can do to stop the victory of Marcella Johnson in the upcoming general elections here in Gros Islet. So, ladies and gentlemen, I will be having a lot more says. You will be hearing from me because I will be in the bosom of that campaign. But at this time, I will slow down, not stop, slow down to let another speaker address you. And you know why? I was once your parliamentary representative. But I know you're more interested in your next parliamentary representative. The person who will carry on the legacy of the United Workers' Party in Gros Islet. And just quickly, let me remind you, Pigeon Point, Rodney Bay, Water in Labon, all the roads you see, all the hotels you see, the work of the United Workers' Party. And Marcella Johnson will continue that legacy with the plans that she has for this constituency and stop the rep that we now have. All he is doing in this constituency is buying land and building properties. A real estate agent. We do not want a real estate agent. We want a real representative. And that is what we are going to vote for. So, ladies and gentlemen, you know who will provide you with that representation. You know she's capable. And if the United Workers' Party has embraced her, we are a party of workers. We are a party of progress. We are a party of development. So, ladies and gentlemen, I will now vacate the stage for a moment to allow your next parliamentary representative for Gros Islet to come in with her entourage. And as she comes on the stage, you will hear a short bio, and then she will deliver to you a speech on this special occasion where she has opened up her constituency office and we have started the Gros Islet campaign. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Mrs. Marcella Johnson, the next parliamentary representative for the constituency of Gros Islet.
In every generation, a leader rises, not by chance, but by choice. A leader who understands the needs of a people because she has walked among them, worked beside them, and built with them. Marcella Placid Johnson, candidate for Gros Islet. For over 24 years, she has worked in the heart of finance, helping St. Lucians turn ideas into businesses, income into opportunity, and plans into legacies. As a respected relationship manager at Royal Bank of Canada and a managing director of Lux Incorporated, she has proven time and again that leadership is not a title, it's a service. Her voice has been heard across boardrooms that shape St. Lucia's future, from the National Economic Fund to the Bureau of Standards to the Public Service Commission. But it is in the community where she feels most at home, on the football field hosting tournaments for young women, and in church on Sunday morning reading the Word and quietly giving back. Marcella holds a first-class honors degree in management, a master's in finance, and a financial planning designation from Canada Securities Institute. But what defines her most is not her qualifications. It's an unwavering commitment to people. A daughter, a sister, a wife, a mother, a professional, a servant of the people. This is not just a campaign, it's a mission to uplift Gros Islet. Please welcome your candidate, Marcella Placid Johnson.
People of Gros Islet, I hope you're representing for Marcella Johnson. Gros Islet, vote for Shay. Gros Islet, where you dey? When you dey? Gros Islet, where you dey? When you dey? Gros Islet, where you dey? When you dey? Gros Islet, where you dey? Vote Marcella election day. Gros Islet,
Yeah.
where you dey? When you dey? Gros Islet, where you dey? When you dey? Gros Islet, where you dey? Vote Marcella election. She's a winner. A winner. Marcella come to give them.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, while Mrs. Marcella Johnson makes her way to the platform, I would like to introduce the man who has made her campaign song, the man Monster, who will provide you with some brief entertainment while Marcella makes her way to the platform. Please welcome on stage the man Monster.
Gros Islet. Somebody say hello. DJ Shin, drop it one time. Girls on wheels. Tell them again. So let me hear you scream. So everybody put your hands high up in the air. Gros Islet. Everybody know about what we say here one time. I tell you when they can go wrong, my girl. Tell them to whine. Show me. Show them. Tell them to whine. Tell them to whine. Show me the wine. Wine, wine, boom. Whining in a circle, whining in a circle. Make a bumper TikTok left to right, all in a circle. Whining in a circle, whining in a Gros Islet. Somebody say, show me all the hands up high up in the air. Hula hoop, hula hoop, hula hoop. Girl, make your bumper roll, roll. Roll it again, hand again. Hula hoop, hula hoop, hula hoop. Girl, make your bumper roll, roll, roll. Look at Marcella in the band when she whining down. When the woman start to perform, everybody move around. Look at how she giving them ways. Everybody giving us space. Somebody put your hand up in the air. Marcella! Wine. Tell them to wine. Tell them to wine. Tell them to wine. Let me see you go round. Go round. Round and round and round. Whining in a circle. Whining in a circle. Make Marcella TikTok left to right. Olina. Whining in a. Whining in a. Right now, watch Marcella. Hula whoop, hula whoop, hula whoop, hula whoop, hula whoop. Girl, make her bumper roll, roll, roll. Hula whoop, hula whoop, hula whoop. And make Marcella roll. Make her spin like windmill. Yeah, go spin like bicycle rim. Spin like CDs. Spin like Gros Islet. Somebody say hello. Wine, wine. Wine, wine, show them the wine, show them the wine, show them the wine, show them the wine, show them the, show them the, show them the, show them the whining in a circle, whining in a circle. Make your bumper TikTok left to right, Alina. Whining in a, watch how she whining in a circle. Go Marcella, go, 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 roll Marcella, roll. Roll Marcella, roll. And everybody put their hand up in the air. Wine. Pull. Is. Gros Islet, somebody say hello. Can I take you a little further back to the past? When we used to get the nice little groove song and drink some coconut and then get fast. Chop the glow coco for me, please. You see it? Somebody say glow coco. Say glow coco. All she wants is, so I give her. All she wants is, so I give her. Hey, that. Met Marcella from there, so take her to a flabo show. I bring the girl Gros Islet. Hello. Wonder is that she drinking? I myself can't understand. She tell me that somebody put your hand up in the air one time and give her go. All she wants is go. Give her the coconut water. So I give her go.
Dogo, dogo. You know where Cash's market located? Show me the Gros Islet market over there, over there, over there. Hey! By the La Place she go. I never know Coco sweet so. And now she going loco. She don't care. Somebody put your hand up in the air and give her glogo dogo, glogo dogo, glogo dogo. All she want is glogo dogo, glogo dogo, glogo dogo. So I give her all inside of Gros Islet, coconuts all on the grass. She want me to and pour it down. She want me to cut and shook it to make sure the cause a temperature. Somebody put your hand up in the air and give her glogo dogo, glogo dogo, glogo dogo. All she want is what she want, what she want. So I give her. All she want is. Tell them, hey, by the La Place she go. Who never know Coco sweet so. And now she going loco. She don't care how far she go. Just give her gloco, gloco, gloco. All she want is gloco, gloco, gloco. Easy. Let me tell you something. I might be the most boldest artist they have out because of my mouth. But you see me, don't matter what color, we are all St. Lucians here, I tell you. It's one blood, one veins, one vibes here, I tell you. That's why you see I don't look upon color, but I look upon individuals. That's me. You see it? So tonight, watch how everybody uniting. The thing nice, see? No violence, pass spoon back and more. No boy not going by creeks, pass spoon back and Bali, pass spoon pa me, pass by deaf announcements. Somebody say big up the police at the back. Somebody say yo. Mr. Lucia will love. Because no matter anywhere I go in the world, you know, you see that little island here. That is the number one for me. And I love St. Lucia bad the same way I love my Lucians bad. I know you'll not hate me much, but I'm there. And this year is going to be something different. Travel all over the world, there is no place as sweet as home. I got a call from overseas, said I should live there today. You'll have to sing that song with me. Eh? The other time I will tell you, DJ, cut the music and I want to hear you sing the rest. Yeah, my body is waving goodbye because I'm flying. Gros Islet, Marcella Day, to La Pilot to turn, they're playing around. Because I must, you know why? Tell them. Gros Islet should jump, that's what we like. Ricky, you're not. Boom! You know what I'm going to do for me right now? Show me your voting finger in the air tonight. Show me your voting finger. To turn the plane. Show them why. Tell them why. Tell them why. Hey, Gros Islet, you jump, that's what we like. Freaky, you're not Friday night. Later in the evening, my sisters, she tell me today is Saturday, let's go then we. What? And we go down Sufu, yeah. Them the Peters. Skyrise, we all up. When we gliding down, somebody put your hand up in the air. One time, let me go, let me go, let me go, let me go. Hey! St. Lucia we love. St. Lucia we love. Marcella. Marcella. St. Lucia. St. Lucia. Gros Islet. My country is nice, it's up right there, so ginger man spice and go down the way she go, wine and come up, come. Say she want it. So I give her. When she bend her back, push it back. Everybody, put it up. Hey, St. Lucia. St. Lucia. St. Lucia. Tell them St. Lucia we love. St. Lucia we love. St. Lucia we love. St. Lucia we love. Tell them Marcella. Tell them Marcella. Tell them Marcella. Tell them Marcella. Tell them officers. Oh, officers, we love you, you know. You're making everything nice. Yeah, but before I go, you hear what I'm telling you? Like I said, you see me? Everybody are winners. Whether you win, whether you don't win, you are a winner. Because you did that route. You went the distance. A lot of us are afraid to take the step. Yeah. So I applaud you. Big up yourself, little lady. I like the vibes. Chop it there one time. Oh! Tell them again. St. Louis. What? Somebody show me a hand up in the air one time. Representing. Hey! Sing it, Marcella. What? Marcella. Gros Islet, where you did that sour. Tell them Marcella. Tell them Gros Islet. Tell them. Why? Marcella a winner. She's a winner. Sing it down. She is a. What she is? Hey. She is a. She's a winner. What? She is a win. She is a win. For Marcella. You heard that? That's the last one. Aye. Easy. DJ Shane. Easy. Easy. I'm not going to lie. You see you? I have to stop that for one purpose and that God reason. Stop the music, DJ Shane. You see this lady standing in front there, right there. I know. Let me put my heart out to you. You see this lady standing right there, Sarah Flood, Bobre, the Honorable. You see this lady right there, I go and tell you, that lady turned my life around a lot, you know. Cast she's essential. I been real, yeah, bias. You hear what I'm telling you? That lady helped me. You hear? Got me a job when I held that job nice. You hear? Dedicated for you. You know that my boss. You is my real boss, you know. You is my real boss. I go lie, you know. Yeah, I could never forget what you did for me and my family. Yeah? You is the biggest winner. But drop that one there for Marcella. Somebody say, yo! Tell them again. Send Marcella. Sarah. We love you, you know. We love you bad. Hey! Tell them, Gros Islet. Tell them. Sing again. Sing it again. Sing it again, Gros Islet. Sing it again now. Sing it again now. Sing it. I as a win. Vote Marcella. She is a winner. She is a winner. She's a winner. A win. Gros Islet, put your hand in the air for Marcella. Somebody say, hey! Election. What? Start to go wrong. For so long. Sing them song. 1,000 watts. A new champion is Marcella. What? One by one. What? Tell Marcella, we don't want them, please. Somebody put your hand up in the air right now for Marcella. Right now for Marcella. Right now for Marcella. Right now for Marcella. Right, want you put your voting finger. Right now for, show me the voting finger. Show me the voting finger. Show me the voting. Hey, how you doing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. What? What? That does breaks. I got cassette chain, way. What them telling lies? Kill us like I do both. What? The same way? What? Marcella, where you there? Sing it. Chant it out. Everybody right now, chant it out. Marcella, where you there? Again, Marcella, where you there? Marcella, where you there? Marcella, where you there? At a conference meeting, I heard them say she can represent my home, but she will show them she can do it on her own. My own. And if the way come be the place now, then Lucia we down for the rest now. Tell them next year that come close, and you know where you go vote now. Put your hands up high in the air, put your 14th finger high in the air. Everybody with it like I do right. Let's go, let me go, Marcella, where you there? Marcella, sing it out, sing it out, sing it out, sing it out, sing it out. Somebody say hello. Sweet Spain. Yeah, we love it. Sin Street, bad up.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let us hear from our next parliamentary representative for Gros Islet, Mrs. Marcella Johnson. A round of applause once again, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening, Gros Islet. Good evening, Gros Islet. Let me hear you. Good evening to all persons across St. Lucia and beyond who are joining us tonight. Let me begin by saying, it is good to be here tonight. This moment is about more than a building. This is more than the opening of a constituency campaign office. This is the birth of a movement, a new chapter, written by the people of Gros Islet, for the people of Gros Islet, and with the people of Gros Islet. It is a movement rooted in hope, fueled by purpose, grounded in love for community and country. And it begins with a simple truth. We deserve better. Tonight, we are not here just to celebrate the opening of a space, but to declare the beginning of something bold, something unstoppable. A movement that reaches beyond politics as usual. One that rises from the streets of Beausejour to the hills of Monchy, from the shores of Rodney Bay to the heart of Grand Riviere. A movement that remembers where we have come from, listens to the people in the present, and dares to shape a future when no voice is left behind. This is our time to build, to believe, and to lead Gros Islet forward together. This office is for everyone. It is for you, for the grandmother raising her grandchildren, for the young man with ambition in his eyes, for the mother who just wants to make sure her child eats before she goes to bed. It belongs to all of you, the people of Gros Islet, because I'm not here just to speak. I am here to listen. I am here to serve. I am here to fight for you, for your needs, for your aspirations, and for the future we build, not for some, but for all of us together. And I make a solemn commitment. I will show up. I will stand with you. My voice represents your voice, the voice of the people. It's a voice that can never be bullied, a voice that can never be bought, a voice that cannot be silenced. I I am Marcella Placid Johnson, and this is your office, the office of the people of Gros Islet. This office reflects your voice. This office reflects your choice, your vision. You know my story. I didn't come from privilege. I inherited integrity. I inherited honesty. I inherited truth and principles. Whatever little I achieved, I built it. I earned it. I sacrificed for it. And together, we will build, we will earn, and we will sacrifice for the people of Gros Islet. The road to progress and success should not be traveled through the paths of shortcuts. I want to say to the youth, in the words of Buju Banton, it's not an easy road. And many see the glamour and the glitter, so they think a better rose. Me say, who feels it knows? Let me hear you. Who feels it knows? It's about long nights, hard work, tough decisions, and the unshakable belief that where you start does not define how far you can go. I grew up in a home where sacrifice was the language of love. I remember my father selling the mag rims of his car just so that one of my brothers could stay in school. I was barely 11 years old, but I never forgot the weight of that moment. That memory became my fuel. It inspired me. It pushed me. It lifted me, especially in the moments when I felt like giving up. I held on to it as a promise to myself that I would rise, not just for me, but for my family, for people like us, for people like you, the people of Gros Islet, so that we could all rise together. And by the grace of God, I did. I worked hard, earned scholarships, climbed through the banking sector, became a businesswoman, now ready to serve you, to open doors of opportunity for you, the people of Grand Riviere, Kaimajé, Morshi, Deramo, Labon, and all of the Gros Islet communities. But I never walked through those doors alone. I had a community that raised me, that nurtured me, inspired me, and challenged me to grow, to serve, and to lead. And now, I bring that same fight, that same grit, that same passion to represent you, to stand with you, to work for you, the people of Gros Islet. I have sat with single mothers and seen the tears in their eyes, the pain of being told no when all they wanted was a chance. I have watched young men walk into a bank with dreams and walk out with disappointment. I remember the pain. I remember the silence. I remember the sorrow. Because I didn't just see it, I lived it. And that is why I offer myself today. That is why I am here, to serve you, to fight for you, the people of Gros Islet. Not for applause, not for titles, but to bring meaningful change into your life. Gros Islet has been underrepresented, misrepresented, overlooked, We have not been given the attention that we deserve. I am here, dedicated, committed, and obligated to offer myself to serve you, the people of Gros Islet, because your voice matters, your future matters, and it's time we got the leadership we've been waiting for. Isn't it time? To the youth of the constituency of Gros Islet, when I walk through the communities, when I meet with you, when I discuss with you, I see your light. I see your fire. I see your hope, your dreams, your aspirations, and I know and understand your worth, your dignity, your passion. I pledge to fight, to open doors that have been closed for too long, whether it's through access to training, to mentorship, or to funding opportunities. I am going to make sure your dreams have room to grow. I am going to make sure of that. To the women of Gros Islet, the backbone of our families, our communities, and our society, I hear you. I hear your concerns. I feel your strength. Your safety matters. Your voice matters. Your dreams matter. And know this, you will never, never walk this journey alone. I stand with you, and together we will rise. To our elders, the foundation, the pillars, the ones who built this community with their bare hands and quiet courage. You deserve dignity in your golden years. Not silence, not struggle. I will honor your legacy by ensuring that you are not left behind. When I say I understand sacrifice, it is not just talk. I have lived it. I have taken public transportation while renting out my own car just to make ends meet. Yes, I have juggled bills. I have raised my boys with nothing but faith, determination, and love. And I do this for them, not for myself, but for them, for your children, and to every child who watches their parents fight battles in silence, because they deserve a future shaped by hope, not hardship. And let me speak plainly. This is not a campaign of ego. It is a campaign of service, a campaign of action, of work. In Gros Islet, we will make our roads safer so that you do not have to spend your hard-earned money on costly car repairs. The Rodney Bay Highway, once a promise of progress, has sat unfinished, ignored. Every day, we sit in traffic, wasting hours of our lives. That's not just poor infrastructure. That's a broken system, failing us as a people. It is time to fix what has been broken, and together we will make it right. We must right the wrong. As it relates to the water crisis, we all know that water is life. But let's be honest, it is heartbreaking. I feel it. In 2025, families in Gros Islet are still living like it is 1985. From Corinth to Lafayette, too many homes go without water for weeks, and all we get are excuses. I say, no more, no more. Access to water is not a luxury. It is a basic human right. And as your candidate under a United Workers' Party government, I will work to ensure a regular supply of water throughout the constituency. I have been through homes in Labon. I met a young lady, a woman. I saw buckets of water in her kitchen. And when I went up to her and speak to her, I looked at her and she said, we haven't had water for 3 months, 3 months. And she said, Miss Marcella, all I want is to bathe in peace. That's all she wanted. That broke my heart. People are suffering in silence. Our clinics are under-resourced, and the polyclinic is in desperate need of more resources and specialized staff. Some of our young people are hurting, struggling with challenges that too often go unnoticed. Mental health is a growing issue. It is time we change that. We cannot afford to turn a blind eye any longer. Together, we will ensure better health care for everyone because your well-being matters. Some of our young people are hurting. When I leave my home, it breaks my heart. Every single day I leave my home, I see young men roaming the streets, and you could tell that they are going through mental challenges. And everybody is just going about life as if it's business as usual, as if nobody cares. But we must care for the mentally challenged amongst us. We must see to them because they are people, they are lives, they are our families, they are our mothers, they are our daughters, they are our children. And we must demand from this government to look after the mentally challenged amongst us. Turning points should be our priority. Turning points should have never been closed because our young people need care and attention. And it's time we start looking at mental health differently in this country. It is not a stigma. It is a reality. And they deserve a life. They deserve a better life. And we must care for them. We must not look the other way. We must not leave it up to the mental institutions, but every one of us must look after them. I see them, and I refuse to look away. We need more counselors, more outreach, more funding. We need to remove the shame and embrace healing, not just in clinics, but in our homes, our schools, our churches, and our communities. We need to end the silence and the stigma associated with mental health. These are not problems to hide. These are lives to save. And now, the burning issue of crime. We are losing too many of our sons and daughters to crime. Too many dreams are cut short. Mothers are burying their children. Fathers are left in mourning. And we are left wondering, when will it stop? I say, it stops when you elect a United Workers' Party government with the leadership, the boldness, and the determination to put programs and policies to address crime. When we come together, when we invest in prevention measures, not just punishment. We will strengthen the police force. We will work with them various stakeholders, the youth groups, the teachers, the pastors, the families. It stops, ladies and gentlemen, when we replace hopelessness with opportunity. You see, these aren't just issues to me. These are lives. These are our people. And I'm here to say their struggles matter and they deserve better. And this is why my campaign message is simple and true. When Marcelo wins, you win. This is not just a slogan. It is a promise. It means your voice will always have a seat at the table. Your concerns will always be heard. And your needs will come first. And I want you to remember this. When Marcelo wins, you win. Because this campaign is not about me. It's about all of us. It's about building the roads that connect opportunity, not traffic. It's about putting water in your pipes, not just excuses on the airwaves. It's about bringing healthcare closer, not further out of reach. This office is not about politics. It's about people. It's about putting service before self. And when I win, you win because your life gets better. Rise with me, Rosalie. Walk with me. Talk to your neighbors. Let's build a movement that no one can ignore. Let's rise above the broken politics. Let's rise above the corruption. Let's rise above being remembered only during elections. Let's rise as a community with courage, compassion, commitment. So let this office that we open tonight be more than a space. Let it be a sign that Gros Islet is not waiting anymore. We are stepping boldly into our power. Let's knock on every door, light every corner, and show them that when Marcelo wins, you win. Let me hear you. When Marcelo wins, brothers and sisters, thank you, God bless you, and good night.
People of Gros Islet, I hope you represent it for myself.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for your parliamentary representative, Marcelo Johnson. Yes, thank you very much, Monster. Nice campaign song. You know, it struck me when Monster was singing, he stopped and he acknowledged Sarah Flood standing across there, and he spoke about what she has done to change his life. That is what UWP parliamentarians do. And I want to say that since then, when Sarah was the parliamentary representative for Castries Central, we had an honorable person representing Castries Central. Now, Richard Frederick L. Kwapo is the representative for Castries Central. We have a horrible person representing Castries Central. So Castries has moved from honorable to horrible, and we have to bring Rush to go back to honorable. Ladies and gentlemen, let me bring to you an honorable person to address you at this point on this platform. Like me, she has made her contribution and she has moved on, but she is still a soldier in the fight. And I know that Sarah would like nothing more than to come here to give her endorsement to a fellow Flabo sister, Marcella Johnson. So please put your hands together and welcome to our podium an honorable person, Sarah Flood Boomerang.
You are here, moving in our midst. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, working in this place. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, moving in our midst. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, working in this place. I worship you. I worship you. Hey, we made a miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. We make a miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are.
Mama Flabo! We, nous a Gros Islet Oswell. I came tonight to support a sister, a friend, a woman I've known for many, many years. I'm here tonight to talk about a woman who I have not just met through politics, a woman I have journeyed with, have traveled with, and I am able to speak about this woman tonight, Marcella Edgar. I knew Marcella when she was Marcella Clark. Yes, I noticed it's Placid Johnson. But Marcella, 21 years ago, I went to RBTT for a loan to buy my home, and Marcella was my loans officer. That's how far back we go, and we knew even before that. And, you know, I just want to say how blessed the United Workers' Party is, and how the people of Gros Islet are for having Marcella as a candidate today. Marcella and I discussed politics long, long ago, and she used to ask me, Sarah, how can you do it? But right now, there is a need, there is a cause, there is a reason, and there is a woman who never thought she'd be in politics, and she's here today. Because that is the state of our country, when all good people must step forward. We can't stay back anymore, we can't hold back anymore. And Marcella has spoken of her dreams. And I know I can trust and believe in this woman. I will not tell you all of our stories because we go way back, as I said. But I used to go to Marcella when I wanted to raise money for my campaign. And Marcella used to make a call for me, and I used to leave the office with a check. She never promised me, she did. She saw a need, she acted, and she did. And I wouldn't tell you who she used to call, but she used to say, can I write the check, how much? She never let me ask, she asked on my behalf. She asked for the people, and she put her money where her mouth is. And what more will she do for the people of Gros Islet?
So I want to just say tonight, and I want to speak particularly to the women here tonight. And by the way, I'm a constituent of Gros Islet, and very early, I am one of the first people on the line in Marshy voting. I've lived in Gros Islet for over 21 years. So, women, I'm speaking to our sisters tonight. Bagay wed, nuka souffert, yish nuka mo. When women cannot take again, le nou ha pale, le nou ha souffert, le nou ha plewe, le nou ha las plewe. We act. That's what women do. When you see a woman go silent, be careful. When you see a woman make up her mind, I pa ka pale ako. I ka just faire ça ini pou faire. And the women of St. Lucia, I am believing that is where we are at. So, di Philippe J. Pierre, kouye eleksyon. Si ou kwe ou nom, kouye eleksyon, the women of St. Lucia are taking you out of office. Because we're not talking anymore. We're tired of crying. We are now acting. So what I would like the women of St. Lucia, the women of Gros Islet, Marcella, that's it. We voting Marcella, that's it. Nou pa ka pale, nou ka vote. C'est ça nou ka fait. Let us get our house in order. If there are young people at your home who have not registered, go and register them. My children are coming here on Monday. For 1 week, I'm taking them to the electoral office on Tuesday. Have your ID card in your hand, ready. The last time I went to check my name, it wasn't on the voters list. I need to go back down there. Because I need to be first at the Marshy School voting for Marcella come election day, me and my family. So, brothers and sisters, I'm not going to be long tonight. I want to tell Marcella that she has my support 100%, 1,000%. I believe in this woman. She will do what she says she will do by the grace of God. So let's keep her in prayer. Let's keep our party in prayer. And I want to thank the United Workers' Party. I want to thank our political leader for ensuring we have 3 solid women on our candidate slate. And I must say that I am so impressed with what the United Workers' Party has put forward as its candidate slate. We now have to do our part, St. Lucia. We now must do our part and ensure we are registered and we go out there on election day and vote and ensure that we get as many people as possible to vote the United Workers' Party. I thank you very much. Good night.
Thank you very much, Sister Sarah. You just heard an honorable lady endorse another honorable lady. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we'll just take a short break with some entertainment. And now I will bring another lady, this time a queen in her own rights, to do a couple numbers for you and to provide you with some entertainment. So, ladies and gentlemen, please help me bring to the platform Minel to do a couple numbers for you. A round of applause for Minel, ladies and gentlemen.
Bonsoir, Maman Flambeau. Moi dis bonsoir, Maman Flambeau. A élection nous y Maman là.
Hello, 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 hello. Miku South in the house. Let me hear all those people that are proud of Manel from Miku South. One of the things I wanted to do was to build a roundabout on the main highway. And one of the things I want on that roundabout is a statue of Manel, Darren Sammy, and Sir John Compton, the three heroes of Miku South. So give it up for her tonight. Miku South in the house.
Comment ça va voter? Mr. DJ. Marcella, she working for you, she working for me, she working for you, yes, she working for me, she working for you, and she working for me, and the community. A woman with vision, strength and integrity, full of ambition, with responsibility. There's no doubt, I know, yes I know, she working for me and you. Hi. She working for you, she working for me, she working for you, yes she working for me, she working for you, she working for me, and we community, steadfast in all that she do, always coming through. No, she'll never stop, she'll never give up. One thing I know is true, yes it's true, she working for me and you. Whoa, she working for me, she working for you. Yes, she working for me, and she working for you. She working for me, and she working for you. And we community. If you from Gros Islet or from Rodney Bay, if you from Moshi or from Vesikwe, if you from Grand Riviere or from Marisil, she working for you. Oh, work, work, Marcella. Work, Marcella, work, Marcella. We working together. Work, 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 Marcella. Work. A woman with vision, strength and integrity, full of ambition, with responsibility. There's no doubt, I know, she working for you. Hey. She working for you, she working for me. Yes, she working for you, and she working for me. She working for you, she working for me. And we community. Work, Marcella, work, Marcella, work. Work, work, work. We working together. Put your hands up if you're working together, Mama Flambeau. We're working together with Marcella. Work. Mama Flambeau, nous toujours ensemble. Next one, Mr. DJ, it's all about work. Whoa! Ibati! Hey! When the sun rises in the morning, I feel physically fit. Down on my knees, I pray in and I give Jah thanks for it. When it comes to work, on the farm we don't make joke. We just get off the bed, tie up we head, ready for a sweat. Work it, don't be afraid to. Come follow me, bring all your tools and come. Yeah, yeah, work it, Jah gave it to you. Show what you can do, work till the job is done. Don't be lazy, come and work with me. Working with Marcella. Don't be lazy, work it, let me see. Start to work, let's start to work. Get ready to work. Start to work. Work, 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 work. Aye, aye, aye. Whoa, yo, yo. Let me see you work now. Take out something and work now. Aye, aye, aye. Whoa, yo, yo. Let me see you work now. Take out your rags. Mama, flubber. Wait, 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 wait. Remember, when you're working, you will reap what you sow. You put seeds in the garden, your fruits are bound to grow. When it comes to work, on the job we don't make joke. Mama flubber, we strong, sir. Hey, work it, don't be afraid to. Come follow me. Bring all your tools and come. Oh yeah. Jah gave it to you. Show what you can do. Work till the job is done. Let's go. Don't be lazy. Come and work. Come and work with Masala Gros Islet. Let's work, let's work, let's work, let's work. Work, start to work. Get ready to work. Start to work, 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 work. Aye, aye, aye. Whoa, yo, yo. Let me see you work now. Take out your rags and work. Aye, aye, aye. Whoa, yo, yo. Let's go, let's go, let's go. When the sun rises in the morning, I feel physically fit. Don't want my knees, I praying and I give Jah thanks for it. When it comes to work, on the farm we don't make joke. We just get off the bed, tie up we head, and we working. Work it, don't be afraid to. Come follow me. Bring all your tools and come. Oh yeah. Jah gave it to you. Show what you can do. Work till the job is done. Don't be lazy. Come and work with me. Come and work with Masala. Don't be lazy. Work it, lame. Everybody start to work. Work. Start to work. Get ready to work. Start to work. Work, work, work. Oh, yo, yo. C'est ça nous qu'a fait. Nous qu'a travaillé ensemble. Nous qu'a travaillé ensemble. Now, là, on drive. On drive, c'est un monde qui connaît qui ça y a fait, qui y a allé, qui tout y a skip. Bon, on teach ça. Because Masala c'est driver, moi. Hey! I never get a ride so nice from any driver like this driver. When it comes to him, I don't think twice. I feel safer and much sweeter. She have the experience, driving with a lot of sense. When she had the steering wheel, look how she does make me feel. I love your ride. Give me the ride. Riding, 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 riding. I love your ride. Give me the ride now. Riding, riding. Oh, I love that ride. The way we glide. We move it so. On the left, round the corner, sweet as ever. On the left, round the corner, sweet as ever. On the left, round the corner, sweet as ever. On the left, round the corner, sweet as ever. Look how ride on some. The potholes in the road is no threat for me driver to maneuver. She changing gears with great effects. I consider, she's a super. The way she does handle me, driving down and I'm riding all the way from now until doomsday. I love your ride. Give me the ride. Riding. I love your ride. Give me the ride. We're riding. Oh, I love your ride. The way we glide. We're moving so. On the left, round the corner, sweet as ever. On the left, round the corner, sweet as ever. On the left, round the corner, sweet as ever. On the left, round the corner, sweet as ever. Large! Riding, 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 riding. Riding, riding, riding. We riding. From our children riding. We riding. From our children riding. Let me see ya. We riding. With Marcella we riding. We riding. People, thank you so much. Let's ride together. Let's work together.
Thank you very much, Minal. Please, a round of applause for Minal, ladies and gentlemen. Now, tonight, we have heard from our next parliamentary representative for Gros Islet. But it is important for you to know that we have a formidable team that will be working with her when we form the government after the next election. Now, a few of them are here, and I just want to introduce them. So, ladies and gentlemen, I see somebody disappear, I see others. Let me just introduce some of whom we have here. To my right in the corner over there, could you please stand? Peter Chico, who will be doing battle for us in Castries. We have Laura Jean-Pierre, who will be doing battle for us in Labrie, Auger. Behind her, we have Herod Stanislas, who will be doing battle in Soufrière, Fort-Saint-Jacques. I saw Ancillary Canries a while ago. Anyway, we also have Guy Joseph, the right guy from Castries Southeast. You know what? I won't tell you who else is here. Leave that for later. But you know the team is not complete, right? But leave that to later. At this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, we just want to hear a little from the other reps, from the other areas, because as you know, I just started calling reps and I see more reps. Passing in front of me right now, coming to the stage, is our next representative for Castries North, the man Stephen February. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I will be calling upon the former rep for Soufrière, Fort-Saint-Jacques, and soon to be the representative once again for Soufrière, Fort-Saint-Jacques, a man who has performed, a man who has distinguished himself as a parliamentary representative. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the podium, Herod Stanislas, who will address you.
Mamai Flabo, St. Lucia, Gros Islet, good night. I bring to you special greetings from Sulphur City tonight, Flambeau family. And it gives me great pleasure to be on the platform of Miss Marcella Johnson tonight, the next parliamentary representative for the constituency of Gros Islet. Brothers and sisters, over the past couple of months, I have worked with Marcella. I have spoken to Marcella. I have listened to her, and I have seen her in action. And Marcella is becoming a very formidable politician. And I know you, the people of Gros Islet, is going to get a formidable woman as your next parliamentary representative. A woman with integrity, a woman with honor, a woman who is committed to you, the people of Gros Islet and St. Lucia, a dedicated servant of the soil, a woman who truly understands the needs, the wants, the pressures, the problems of every working family in this constituency and in St. Lucia. And I know when Marcella speaks to you, she speaks genuinely. She speaks with love for you, the people of Gros Islet and the people of St. Lucia. And I look so forward, brothers and sisters, to have somebody like Marcella Johnson working with Team United Workers' Party under the leadership of the next Prime Minister of St. Lucia, the Honorable Alan Michael Chasney. And I know with her vision, with her plans, with her dedication, we are going to bring in the necessary policies, the programs, the projects, which are going to transform the lives of each and every one of you in Gros Islet, in Soufrière, and throughout the length and breadth of St. Lucia. So Gros Islet, you have the right woman, the next parliamentary representative for your constituency, Marcella Johnson. When that day comes, Gros Islet, you must come out in numbers. You must bring your friends, bring your family, bring your children, your neighbors, every single person you could think of. Bring them out to the polling stations to put that X next to Marcella Johnson and the United Workers' Party. Because we cannot go again for 5 more years of Philip J. Pierre and the St. Lucia Labour Party, brothers and sisters. We have just completed the budget process, the debate in the lower house with our political leader and Honorable Bradley Felix. And just yesterday, we completed the debate in the Senate. And brothers and sisters, if you believe that what we were saying about the trajectory on which Philip J. Pierre has this country was misleading, you should have listened to the budget presentations. And you must go and look at the estimates, look at the economic and social review, and you will see the mess which Philip J. Pierre and the St. Lucia Labour Party have put this country in. Brothers and sisters, in less than 4 years, the St. Lucia Labour Party have borrowed a whooping $973 million in the first 3 years of governance. Under Alan Chasney and the United Workers' Party, in our first 3 years of governance, we only borrowed $400 million. So in 3 years, they have borrowed more than twice of what we borrowed in our first 3 years. And these were the same men and women, brothers and sisters, who shouted in Parliament, who shouted over the media, ma dipwete, whose children are going to pay for the debt of the country. But in less than 4 years, they have borrowed over $970 million. And in this financial year, in this budget, they are coming to borrow another $345 million. That makes it, brothers and sisters, in 4 years, the St. Lucia Labour Party is borrowing $1.3 billion. And if you believe that is all, they have also amassed in this financial year almost $1.4 billion in tax revenue. And almost all of it is monies coming from your pockets. They have also squandered and they have refused to account to us the billions of dollars in the CIP monies. And you must ask yourself, brothers and sisters, the people of Gros Islet, St. Lucia, are we better off today under the St. Lucia Labour Party than we were 5 years ago? We've borrowed almost $1.3 billion, tax revenue of over $1.3 billion, all the billions in the CIP money. Are we better off when it comes to our healthcare? Are we better off when it comes to our infrastructure? Are we better off when it comes to the cost of living? Are we better off when it comes to the security of this country? Brothers and sisters, we have had almost four wasted years of Philip J. Pierre and the St. Lucia Labour Party. If you understand the amount of borrowing that has been done, every single month, you, the people of St. Lucia, you, the people of Gros Islet, have to repay $30 million in debt. It means that every single day, the taxpayers of this country is paying back $1 million in debt, which has been accumulated by Philip J. Pierre and the St. Lucia Labour Party. Brothers and sisters, if God forbids, and they do not call this election this year, and the Labour Party is to go into another budget cycle in April of next year, the Labour Party is going to borrow a gigantic $1.6 billion. And nothing to show. But all of a sudden, brothers and sisters, election is around the corner. After 4 years, they're all over the place. Projects, the same roads that people did not eat, people are now eating roads all over the place. Projects all over, building materials all over the place, food vouchers all over the place. Brothers and sisters, all sorts of proposals to fool you, the people. And everything they have proposed in the budget, it has an expiration date. Everything in the budget ends either in December 2025, January 2026, or July 2026. Do not be fooled by those fancy talkers. Do not be fooled when you hear and you read and you see inflated statistics. It means that whatever you are getting today from the Labour Party, you are going to pay for it later on in higher taxes. If they, God forbids, they are re-elected, do not believe that they will leave the fuel which they are going to cap at $16. Fuel is going to jump back to $17.95. Do not believe VAT is going to remain at 12.5. They will go on now and put VAT at 17 or 19 or even 20% on your backs. Do not believe they will keep the 2.5% as it is. They will double it to 5% to make more monies so that they can pay for all the goodies which they are offering you right now in an effort to win the next elections. Gros Islet, St. Lucia, do not be fooled by what you are hearing, what you are seeing from the St. Lucia Labour Party. Get ready, my brothers and sisters. The time is near. The time is near. Give Marcella your support. Give Alan Michael Shastner your support. Give the candidates of the United Workers' Party your support. And together, we are going to get rid of Philip J. Pierre. We are going to get rid of the St. Lucia Labour Party. When you vote for Marcella, you win. When you vote for the United Workers' Party, we all win. And St. Lucia is going to be on the right trajectory of progress, of development, of opportunities, and of empowerment for each and every one of you, brothers and sisters. So, brothers and sisters, it was a pleasure to be here tonight. Go back home. Get your families who are not registered to get their ID cards. Get your neighbors to register. Spread the good words, the good news of the United Workers' Party's promise to take St. Lucia in a new direction, away from where the St. Lucia Labour Party is bringing us. Good night, and God bless you all.
Yes, and that is a man who has worked. He has worked for the people of Soufrière, and he will be brought back to work to continue the job that he started, that Emma Hypocrite has stopped. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are moving right along. I would like to introduce another candidate from the South. And this time we're going a little further past Soufrière. We are going to the constituency of Labri-Auger as I bring to you our candidate and the lady who will be making history, winning for the United Workers' Party in Labri for the first time, Laura Jean-Pierre, to address you. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause.
constant wind that fills my sail.
UWP! UWP! Right the wrong. UWP, let's right the wrong. Good night. Good night. Good night, Gros Islet. Warm greetings from Labrie Auger to all of you here in St. Lucia watching us. Over 700 on Facebook. To those of you in the diaspora, good night, good night, good night. Today is not just the opening of an office. This is the opening of a movement for change, a movement for action, for leadership that listens and delivers. And at the heart of it all is a woman of grace, a woman of grit, a woman of great vision, and her name is none other than Marcella Placid Johnson. But when you when lead Marcella say Tiffany Mousav, you know her roots are in Labrie. Her name is Placid, and I have Placids in my family. So Marcella, moi kwa unu say Tiffany Mousav. And I know that because from Labrie hail strong women of grit, strong women of honor. Marcella is not new to hard work, people. She's not new to people-centered leadership. She's shown us that representation is not about making noise. It's about making a difference. And with this new office, she's planting a flag of service right here in Gros Islet. A home base for hope, a home base for healing, a home base for helping hands. From the bustling streets of Rodney Bay to the quiet corners of Grand Riviere, from Moshi to Beausejour and beyond, people are ready. Are you ready? Are you ready for integrity? Are you ready for inclusion? Are you ready for Marcella Placid Johnson? And so today, we launch not just an office, we launch a call to action. A bright, bold, fearless rally cry. Code yellow in Gros Islet. Let me hear you. Code yellow in Gros Islet. Just like our brothers and sisters in Trinidad, we are sounding the alarm for change, painting the town yellow with purpose and with pride. Let the color yellow stand for new beginnings. Let it stand for clarity, compassion, and courage. When you see that yellow, I want you to remember, it's time to rise. It's time to vote. And it's time to elect a woman who will fight for every corner of this constituency. So come election day, who we voting? Who we voting? We voting Marcella. We voting Marcella for leadership that works for you. We voting Marcella for brighter days in Gros Islet, led by someone who understands your struggles and your dreams. Let the whole of St. Lucia know it's code yellow in Gros Islet. And we're just getting started righting the wrong. So from my heart, from the people of Labrie Auger, I say congratulations to you, Marcella. Let's win this together. Vote Marcella election day. Because when Marcella wins,
bless. And congratulations once again to you, Marcella, and to all of your constituents. Good night.
Thank you very much, Laura. We are seeing the strong women of the United Workers' Party. Ladies and gentlemen, what a formidable team that we have. But as with anything else, every team requires a good captain. You agree with me? Every team requires a good captain. Because St. Lucia is suffering today because we do not have a good captain at the helm. We have a man who is allowing all his subordinates, his fellow parliamentarians to do what they want. He's allowing all kinds of corruption to take place under his watch. And as a result, the people of St. Lucia are made to suffer. Under his watch, crime is high. Cost of living is high. Under his watch, taxes are high. And at the end of the day, your health care is dismal. So, ladies and gentlemen, that can all be fixed. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have someone with his team who can fix it. And I ask you to embrace and welcome that visionary leader, that man who has proven through his track record that he can do it. And with your help and my help, he will do it. Ladies and gentlemen, our next Prime Minister of St. Lucia, the Honorable Alan Michael Chasney. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Action speaks louder than words. Don't be deceived by all those fancy talkers. Action speaks louder than words. Don't be deceived by all those fancy talkers. 'Cause a man can say, he'll turn your night into day.
Good night, everyone. Tonight, we are here to recognize a very powerful woman. A woman who's joined the team for change. A team of men and women that are going to come to the rescue of St. Lucia. We have watched for the last 4 years a government that came in on promises. A government that came in, now we know, on lies. A government that has been so corrupt, it is unbelievable. But this woman, representing the great constituency of Gros Islet, has now joined arms with men and women who want to come now and rescue St. Lucia. This is a woman who started off in Toulouse, who eventually became a banker and rose to the top of banking. A woman who left banking and ended up opening up her own businesses. And despite some of the obstacles that the Lord threw in her way, she stood strong and continued on her mission. A woman who has decided at the peak of her career to come and bring her talent to rescue St. Lucia. A woman, I have no doubt, will help bring prosperity and deliver the potential of Gros Islet. And when I heard her talking tonight about some of the woes that people are going through in Gros Islet, water being one of them, I know the Marcella Johnson that I know, will not sleep at night until Wasco solves the problem. A woman I know that when she's in cabinet will not only be contributing to the development of our country, but fighting every day for the men, the women, and the children of Gros Islet. We have seen, since she has been nominated and selected as a candidate of United Workers' Party in Gros Islet, we have seen a woman that has been relentless every day, going to every corner of this constituency to meet everyone in this constituency. That is the energy that Marcella brings to the table. This is a woman who does not know the word no. If it needs to get done, she will get it done. But I want to say that it's the same thing that applies to the other candidates that we have in the United Workers' Party. That we've assembled 16 candidates right now to represent this country, to come together and work together to save and rescue St. Lucia. Every area we see in this country is collapsing. The farmers are suffering. In 2019, we had $18 million of exports of bananas, and that is down considerably from where bananas was. But as we speak today, it is less than $3 million. We've seen a government that's living off taxes, off the people of this country. And despite raising record amounts of taxes, despite selling over 35,000 passports, they continue to accumulate debt in this country. In 3 years since COVID, 2022, 2023, and 2024, they've accumulated over $900 million of debt. And each year, they're raising over $300 million a year in your tax money. This cannot continue. But one of the things that I have seen, one of the wrongs we have to right, is the situation taking place in CIP. We now know, because of the pressure that we were putting on, that the government has decided to suspend the program and to terminate the contracts with Galaxy. But because they have done that, we now know the truth. That they gave Galaxy $1.5 billion for the infrastructure program and another $1.5 billion for the real estate program. The question we must ask ourselves, what kind of man would sign a contract to give Galaxy that kind of money? And the question becomes, can we continue to trust that man and that government to stay in office for much longer? I keep saying, Labour Party does not know when they want to call the elections. We must get ourselves even more ready than we are right now. We must prepare ourselves so that if this Labour Party decides to stay too much longer, that we are prepared to stand up and say, enough is enough. We got to hear from the great man himself, Sir John, that what brought him into politics in St. Lucia, believe it or not, was to right the wrong. And once again, United Workers' Party is being called upon by the people of this country to right the wrong. So tonight is about Marcella. Tonight is about you and what the United Workers' Party can do for you. I want to say one more thing to all of us. We take the business that we have ahead of us very seriously. We take it so seriously that we've put together men and women not only to win this election, but to win the next election and to win the next election. So I say to all of you, we need 3 terms to be able to rescue St. Lucia. And we take this business seriously and have brought to you young, successful people to rescue this country. And we must all do our part. We must all see for ourselves what is going on in this country. And I say to you, it is now time for victory. Let us take this next elections. Let us take the next 3 elections and let's put St. Lucia back on the right track. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, political leader. Next, Prime Minister of St. Lucia. That has a good ring to it. Prime Minister Alan Michael Shastney. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduced some of the team and I gave you the captain. But you know, every leader needs at least 1 or 2 good deputies. In the case of the United Workers' Party, we have 2 outstanding deputies who will work with the leader and the rest of the team to ensure that they bring St. Lucia back to where we were and where we are supposed to be. So, ladies and gentlemen, I will call on one of those deputies right now, a hard-working parliamentary rep and an outstanding minister of tourism, the next rep for ancillary canneries, ladies and gentlemen. I call on Dominic Fede, who will address you right now. A round of applause, please.
All right. Good night, Gros Islet. Good night, ancillary canneries. You know, I have the most loyal supporters from ancillary canneries. We go everywhere. Okay. We have a problem there. I see the folks from South Castries Southeast. Are you in the house? I think I see some folks from Castries South, Micoud South. Babado Massive, were you there? All right. Castries Central, are you in the house? Mama Flabo, are you in the house? When Marcella wins, what happens? When Marcella wins, what happens? All right, I think you guys are warming up. Now, I have a few things to say tonight. But before I say them, I want you to help me, by way of applause, to salute the next parliamentary representative for Gros Islet, Mrs. Marcella Johnson, who is going to win this seat on election night. You know, I know Marcella a long time ago. My father used to work in the bank. God bless his soul, he's no longer with us at RBTT. And he used to talk about this lady named Marcella. And Marcella was a lender. And as I got into politics,
I realized that Marcella is from a place called Toulouse. Is anybody from Toulouse in the house? Okay, we have a few. And Marcella is proud of telling all of us that she has started from humble beginnings. Like most of us, she's from a family of very limited means. And when you can come from a family of limited means, and you can work your way up like Marcella did, and surge to a corporate commercial lending manager in the bank, that tells you that this is no ordinary woman that's coming to fight for the United Workers' Party here in Gros Islet. And so I get to see Marcella's first love for public service when she was in the bank, lending monies to small businesses, big businesses, medium-sized businesses, showing families, giving them a chance to start their businesses, to change their lives, to come from poverty to the middle class and eventually into the upper middle class. That's what Marcella Johnson stands for. She is a woman with a track record of service, and I am so happy that tonight we are standing on the same platform. I got to see Marcella as a mother because I used to coach in Gros Islet. At that time, Spider was the rep of Gros Islet, and he had helped me when he sponsored a cricket development program I used to have in the Gros Islet community. And Marcella was one of those dedicated mothers every Saturday would bring her two boys. I know one of them is Hans. And Hans and his other brother used to come, and I used to do the coaching. Now, I'm not trying to impress you. I'm no big cricketer, okay? I'm not Darren Sammy. That's not what I'm telling you. But I used to enjoy coaching little boys. And Marcella would be there, one of the earliest parents to bring her boys every single Saturday, dedicated to her boys. As a mother, she would come. And then she would be there on time to pick them up, dedicated every single Saturday. That is the kind of woman I have come to know all these years, a woman who is committed to everything that she has done. She has done such a great job as a mom that today her son, Hans, runs her successful car rental company. That tells you that she's an amazing mother with an amazing track record who has left an indelible mark into the life of her young boys. And so, Marcella, I am so proud that you have joined us. Where are you? I am so happy that we have a woman of this caliber to join us, a woman who understands the banking industry, who understands the financial world. Marcella, as a candidate, has shown me another side. You know, just last week, there was a fundraising in River Meter, and I went to the fundraising and I see Marcella's car. The Sunday before that, I'm driving out of River Meter Gardens, and there was Marcella's car again, having a meeting with some young people. Then another time I was in Labon, and there she was again, working the ground, campaigning, knocking on doors, making sure that she tells every potential constituent in Gros Islet what she would like to do for them when she wins the seat for the United Workers' Party. This is what this woman is. This is why I am very, very happy and very proud to stand on her platform tonight. Marcella is the embodiment of what every candidate should be. A hard worker, a committed trier, and a dedicated person to anything that she puts her mind to. Marcella, together with Alan Michael Chasney, will come to the House of Parliament when you elect her and put them both as MP for Gros Islet and Prime Minister. they together will work to get Gros Islet to the next level. Now, this week, I felt very sorry for our country because I watched what I regard as the worst budget presentation I have ever seen in the history of St. Lucia. Trust me, if you missed it, you missed absolutely nothing, because Philip J. Pear, he had nothing to say. The only thing he demonstrated in about 2 hours of his speech is that he doesn't know what he is doing. It is the same Philip who told us that he is not the police officer. He doesn't know what to do about crime. He doesn't know what to do about the economy. He doesn't know what to do about the cost of goods and services. He doesn't know what to do about the CIP issues affecting us, where we could lose our visas. He doesn't know what to do about fixing our roads. He knows nothing. And my advice to him is, if you do not know how to run a country, then step aside and allow someone who knows about running a country, Alan Michael Chasney, to return and rescue St. Lucia from the jaws of politics. Now, my good friend, for a long time, he told us that the unemployment rate in St. Lucia was 8.8%. You all saw that, right? Big ads from Starstruck. And tonight I heard Spider said it was Christopher Hunt. And these ads was there going around telling us that the unemployment rate was the lowest ever. But we saw the truth when we went to the parliament. And when we received our parliament documents, they told us that the unemployment rate fell from 14% to 10.8%. But the reason it fell wasn't because that the St. Lucia Labour Party had created any massive amount of jobs. The reason it fell, it was because there were 4,000 people in St. Lucia who became frustrated and who have stopped looking for jobs. And so they told us that the size of the workforce actually shrunk. They told us that more and more people have given up looking because under the Philip J. Pear administration, the most difficult thing to do is to find a job in St. Lucia. And when you do find a job, like most of you have, you realize that it makes no sense to work, because very often you are working for bus fare and you are working to buy lunch, and by the time you work for minimum wage, which is $1,100, yeah, you work for minimum wage. You travel from Canaries or Soufrière to come to Castries. In this case of Soufrière, it's $90 every single week for bus. Then on a monthly basis, you are paying $360. Another $400 for bus. Then another $400, for meals. How is it that you're going to pay your rent? How is it you're going to pay your light bill? How is it you're going to pay your courts bill? How is it you're going to pay Lucilec and Flo and Wasco and all of those bills on the rest of the money that you have left from the $1,100 that you are making? How is it that you can do that? And that's what the St. Lucia Labour Party has done to this economy. They have broken this economy, and they have placed a heavy burden of high cost of living on the backs of you, the people of St. Lucia. So in that scenario, that person who is coming from Soufrière actually is left with some $400. $400 to pay all of these bills. That's why we are seeing that there is an increased amount of disconnections by Lucilec. That's why we are seeing many families cannot pay their courts bill. They cannot pay the bill to courts. and courts is coming to repossess. So there you are, showing off yourself, going to buy a nice fridge for Christmas. You buy a fridge for Christmas, and then by carnival time, courts is ready to repossess the fridge. And courts is not coming nighttime like now, you know. Courts is coming during the day when all of your neighbors can see that they're taking your fridge from you, that you cannot pay the court's bill. And so by you not being able to do that, the Labour Party's economic policies have brought to you shame and pain, and we must get rid of this Labour Party administration because they simply cannot manage this country. My friends, the cost of living of this country in the last 4 years since Labour has come to power, the stats that they have given us suggest that it has gone up by 13%. But the civil servants, the Labour Party, have just given a pay increase for the same period for 6%. So it means that the price of goods is rising much faster than the pay of the people of the country. Now imagine that that's the civil servants of this country. They are among the best paid people in St. Lucia. But despite being among the best paid people in St. Lucia, not even the civil servants is having a better time under the St. Lucia Labour Party administration. So we see their salary went up by 6%, but cost of living went up by 13%. So when you check, the civil servants are at a 7% loss. And while all of that is happening, the Prime Minister says nothing in this budget about how he's going to address the problem of the rising cost of living, the rising cost of groceries, even medication. We see healthcare costs went up by 10%. And we were telling them in the Senate that they have no solutions in the budget to deal with the price of medication, leaving many families to say, look, we are going to choose to eat instead of buying medication. I met a lady who told me that she can't afford to buy her pressure tablets. Just imagine, you have high blood pressure, but you can't afford to buy the pressure tablets. You know what that means? You know what danger you have placed yourself under? You know what danger this government has placed on the backs of the people? People with diabetes who go to the hospitals and there is no medication. There is no Panadols. There is no bed sheets. There are no pillowcases. There are no toilet papers. There are no beds. For days, patients are on a wheelchair trying to get healed. But yet, the government tells us that they're managing the country well, that they're managing the economy well. But we must let them know in this election that we know what good management is. We must let them know in this election we know what running a hospital is. We must let them know in this election we had a government that showed us during COVID how to make sure that people who are not working, that they had unemployment support, that they had an ability to pay their bills. We must tell them that we are bringing back the man, Alan Michael Shasney, in this election. And so, we also see that the price of food, according to the stats that they gave us, went up by 8%, they say, from 2021 to now. Now, they told us that when they implemented the health and security tax, that tax was not going to carry up the price of food. But yet, we are seeing that the complete reverse is happening. You go to the supermarket all the time. You go to the gas station all the time. You go to the drugstore all the time, and you are seeing that these prices are going up at an astronomical level, where you, the people of St. Lucia, are seeing your bills going up while your pay is not growing fast enough. And that is what the Labour Party has done to you. They have gone into your pockets and they have sucked your pockets dry with taxes and more taxes and increased taxes, but yet they're going to the budget and say that there are no new taxes in this budget. But what has happened, folks? We see hundreds of millions of dollars in new charges. St. Lucia is paying the highest for gas in the entire Eastern Caribbean. How is it that Grenada can have gas at a cheaper rate? How is it that St. Vincent can have gas at a cheaper rate? How is it that Antigua can have gas at a cheaper rate? But St. Lucia must be at $16.50 for the entire lifespan of the St. Lucia Labour Party administration. And budget time, Philip J. Pierre comes and says to you that he's going to reduce it by 50 cents. Could you imagine that? From $16.50, he says, because there's an election, he's going to give you 50 cents off. I want you to tell Philip J. Pierre now that your vote is worth more than 50 cents. You are not begging him for 50 cents, and we will make him pay at the ballot box when we show him that we are bringing back a man who knows how to manage the gas prices of this country. We are bringing back Alan Michael Chasney so that we can have an affordable gas price in this country. We also see the price we also see the price of housing and cooking gas and electricity bills and all of those things that are necessary. They have gone up 20% since the year 2025. There are no solutions in this budget to manage the cost of rent, the price of mortgage payments, and any of those initiatives. The St. Lucia Labour Party is bankrupt with ideas. But every Thursday we hear nonsense on that show, Can I Pray for You? Every Thursday we hear nonsense. We hear them spew garbage over the show, but never any solutions to deal with the many problems affecting us. Look at what's happening with the crime situation. Look at what has happened this week. I had the most crushing week emotionally. I went down to Jacmel, where a family were preparing to bury a son. And as I went to Jacmel, they received news the night before that they had to cancel the funeral of the first son because the second son was shot the night before. And the funeral plans that they were going to have, that those funeral plans couldn't continue because another innocent life was gunned down in the streets of Marigot, laying in his own blood. The guy is from a little community called Delagor in Jacmel. And the family, nothing I could say to them could bring back the hurt and the pain that they feel. Nothing I could say to them could stop them from crying, could stop them from feeling the burden of having to bury two sons at the very same time. Nothing I could say to them could bring back the life of a 20-something-year-old and a 30-something-year-old, full of promise, full of dreams and hopes. Their ambition cut short because we have a government that has said to us that it's not their fault that the crime situation continues to escalate. And that problem, my brothers and sisters, is not a debate about the statistics, but it's a debate about the human impact that this is having on many families, the psychological impact that this is having on many families. How the Prime Minister has handled this, it has said to me simply 3 words: he doesn't care. And we need to bring back a Prime Minister that cares. And which is why I am pleading with you tonight to go out there and to knock on doors and to sell a message of progress and to sell a message of hope and to elect Marcella Johnson and Alan Shasney and Peter Chico and Herod Stanislas and Dominic Fede and Bradley Felix and Stephen Frevre and all the United Workers' Party candidates and Laura Japper, who is also on the stage here tonight. We have to make sure we replace this uncaring government that will find money to spend on all kinds of projects because there is an election. We need to get rid of them, not forgetting the right guy as well. Mama Flabo, I want to thank you very much. Have a great night.
Thank you very much, Senator Dominic Fede. You know, Dominic talked about the budget. All I heard in the budget was an admission that there's poverty in St. Lucia. But they said the poverty that exists in St. Lucia is, what they call it, period poverty. Well, I say what we have in St. Lucia is poverty, period. So don't let the St. Lucia Labour Party fool you. When the United Workers' Party takes over, all poverty will be a thing of the past. So, ladies and gentlemen, to now close the show, I will now call to the podium a guy who is the right guy. The next parliamentary representative for Castries Southeast and one of the deputies of the United Workers' Party. Please welcome to the podium Guy Joseph, the right guy.
Mamai Flabo! Good night, everyone. Now, we are going to be rounding off very quickly tonight. But I could not pass the opportunity by to lend my support and my voice to a strong woman, to a woman who is going to give top quality representation to the constituency of Gros Islet. You know, these days, some of them, they didn't know what it was like to live in Cap Estate, but they want to build villas in Cap Estate now. But tell them, Marcella Johnson was well established in Cap Estate long before she made a decision to enter the political arena. As a trucker back in the day and an equipment owner and operator, I knew where Marcella built her house, all the way past the banana house, all the way at the back of Cap Estate. This woman was successful before she came into the political arena. She didn't come into politics to make herself. She has already made herself into a phenomenal woman. And we must not forget, it is the Labour Party that causes you to believe that success is a crime. Once you have done well in your life, the Labour Party wants you to believe that it is bad to be successful. That is why you will always remain poor under a St. Lucia Labour Party. I met Marcella back in the day at the bank. And she has a phenomenal record at the bank. She performed beyond expectations. When UWP was in a difficult situation under COVID, I want you to remember the independent senators called in sick refused to show up at the parliament. It was Marcella Johnson who came to the rescue to help St. Lucia go through with its budget to help us manage a crisis in COVID, while Labour was doing everything possible to bring down the country further than what COVID had done. But you see, you didn't believe us. When we spoke to you and we warned you about Philip J. Pierre, today Philip J. Pierre's government is 10 times worse than what COVID did to St. Lucia. I will have to call on the Chinese to give me a new name to call Philip J. Pierre's government, because they are worse than COVID. And so it is not just the opening of an office, it is what Marcella is bringing to the table for the constituency of Gros Islet and to the governance of this country. And you know why I'm happy? Say, Munna give le more politics la mayona didai. I don't want to get old and die in politics. I don't want to be in a stage where people are tired of you already and you still presenting yourselves to them. I see bright prospects in the United Workers' Party. I see future leaders in the United Workers' Party. I see capable men and women presenting themselves as candidates. So we will win the next election, and you will see the succession planning that this United Workers' Party, under the leadership of Alan Chasney, is putting together for the future of the United Workers' Party and the future of St. Lucia by extension. Now, I want you to take a good look around you. We just observed the 100th birthday of Sir John. Everything you see around the Gros Islet area as far as development is concerned is the work of Sir John Compton and the United Workers' Party. The Rodney Bay Marina, the hotels you see around, the road network, the housing developments, Redry Park, Redry Orchard, all of that, the work of Sir John George Melvin Compton and the United Workers' Party. Today, I want us to keep in mind that St. Lucia would not be what it is today had it not been for the United Workers' Party. And who was there opposing Sir John? Who was fighting Sir John? The St. Lucia Labour Party. You remember when Sir John brought in National Provident Fund? The Labour Party fought it. They opposed Sir John. Today they want to come and boast about the NIC and what the NIC has accomplished. The NIC would not accomplish nothing if it was never established by the United Workers' Party. Now I want to ask Labour, what is it you all have established in this country? What is it we have to show for future prosperity in this country. Philip J. Pierre, Kenny Anthony, I want you all to answer these questions. You know, they have made us into a nation of beggars. Everybody has to be begging to make ends meet. Even the middle class in this country is suffering at the hands of the St. Lucia Labour Party. Now, I ain't ready to deal with them yet. I'll deal with them in due course. But I spoke briefly about period poverty. I wasn't the one who coined the phrase period poverty. It was the work of the St. Lucia Labour Party. First of all, Philip J. Pierre came in and he said period products. You remember that? When he said he was removing the taxes. And now he came with period poverty. But I want to remind the St. Lucia Labour Party, it is not only period poverty we have in this country. We have education poverty. We have bread poverty. Yes. We have cooking gas poverty. People have to be begging to be able to buy a tank of gas. We have food poverty because people cannot get 3 square meals a day under this St. Lucia Labour Party. We now have visa poverty. Did you hear me? We have visa poverty. And I want to say to the St. Lucians, every time you go up there and renew your visa and they deny you, continue say way. I believe we need to develop a database to show every St. Lucian who has been denied the renewal of their visa because of the work of Ernest Hille, Philip J. Pierre, and the St. Lucia Labour Party in how they handled the CIP. It is the CIP that is causing us not to get our visas renewed. I want to know what you forced the hand of the U.S. to grant Richard a visa because he had to attend meeting of the UN. So Richard ni visa me lot setlisie pasahen visa yo. We have to hold the government accountable for what is happening. You know, we have people who are sick. They need to go and see a doctor in the US. They cannot get their visa. We have students who are being denied to continue their education. We have people working on the cruise ships who cannot get their visa renewed to go to the US. Philip J. Pierre, Ernest Hille, and Alva Baptist did not say a word in the budget about how they are going to fix the problem for St. Lucia. And we are here tonight. We are here. I also want to let you know we have burial poverty. Creek, Rambali, Lazarus, Lanimola, Famia Pasateweyo, because your panlasha putewe munmoyo. After a family is already suffering the pain of losing a loved one and not being able to meet the cost of a burial, I have said to my political leader, we have to price the minimum package at any of the burial places. And when UWP gets into office, we will offer a package to help poor families bury their loved ones. Nobody should have their loved one sitting in a fridge or lying down in a fridge for weeks and months because they cannot afford to pay for the burial services. We have lost our conscience as a nation. The Labour Party is clueless. And while they are telling you 250,000 is so much that they are doing for period poverty, one stage set up for jazz is more than $250,000. Not the artists you know, not the performers you know. The setup of one stage is more money than what they put aside. And I want to ask the government, why didn't you put a package for hygiene products for the school rather than period products? Why didn't you use hygiene and not expose our young women? And I believe 250,000 is not enough. You need to put much more than that in there, because you know the level of poverty that you have created. Now, in closing, all the poverty that we are suffering today in St. Lucia is as a result of poor governance. No organization can rise above its leaders. And so you have a poor leader, poor leadership skills. Not poor in money, you know. He is poor in leadership skills. And so we have a government who is poor on ideas. They have no ideas. They are bankrupt, for that matter, of ideas. And so today, we are in trouble. They have poor vision. Some people say they have no vision. Their vision is so poor. We don't know whether this country is coming or whether it is going. If Labour says, you see that sign we have there, what does it say? We need to right the wrong. If Labour stays in office, all of us will be below sea level. Remember they were saying platate. Ebe mi platate abweza. Settlely see below sea level under the St. Lucia Labour Party. Our economy is operating below sea level. Now you know what it is to be below sea level? We are drowning. Captain, the ship is sinking. They came out and they boasted, we have crime under control. There is a reduction. And by the time they said the last word, there were 4 additional murders in this country. You celebrating already as if you have achieved something. One murder is too much in this country, whether it is UWP or Labour in office. So don't come and celebrate beforehand. You know, some of us flambos, Labour pa have sa pou fe, yo pa na idea pou koyo, me yo vle bay flambeau idea, and some of you take the foolishness that is spewed by some so-called women of the St. Lucia Labour Party, and you all want to guide our party. Let me tell you, I can be corrected by women in the United Workers' Party. You see these so-called women in the St. Lucia Labour Party, when it's their side that do it, they have nothing to say. When Richard said, Marcella is an honorary white woman, how many of them said that is disrespectful? Well, let me tell you tonight, Marcella is not an honorary white woman. She is a woman of substance. She is a real woman, not the fake women that come to capitalize on what handouts they are going to get from politicians. And what they say is influenced by what the politicians tell them. Marcella is a fully accomplished woman. And when you elect her, she will help you to rise to a higher level. So, now I want to tell you that. I want to say this to you. when a PM who has no ideas what to do in office, when a man doesn't know what to do, what is he going to tell you that you should do? And you want to take ideas from Labour? I support the women of the United Workers' Party because all of them have proven that they are successful. Laura is a successful woman. Lady Lee has risen through some of the greatest challenges that a young woman can face in St. Lucia. And she has risen to the top to be one of the leading announcers on a program on radio. So yes, we have accomplished women. We need to report, as I said. And as I heard Marcella tonight, is not only food poverty we have and gas poverty. Gros Islet is suffering from water poverty. How many times I listen to news spin and I hear so many people say, Decimen, mandlo an siten mwen. An hol mwa, moko hendlo. Labour Party has created shortages where no shortages exist in the world. They are masters at creating poverty. You know why? Because yo se gouvernement malewe. So yo vle tout set lisye vin malewe pou set lisye vote by you. But I have news for you tonight as I close. We do not want to remain poor. None of them are poor. None of them who won the elections, they are not poor today. I heard a young man talk about, as a sports reporter, how much money he was making. Tout moun ba have ki kome la han ka fe. Tout temps ou te la ou pat sa gen un condo, ou pat sa gen un chote. De mois ou fa gouvernement ou sa gen un condo ek chote. You heard what I said about me? When Marcella was building, I had excavators and trucks already. I didn't come into government, and I wasn't dreaming of being in politics yet. She was my banker, so she knew what I had on my account. Ekse bugla ki pate na ya, 3 l'année yo en gouvernement, you have multi-millionaires. I don't know if any of them reach billionaire. Some of them, they want to offer $1 million to sing the national anthem. How much money you think they will pay to remain in government? That is what we need to ask ourselves. Comment l'argent yo kay d'accord pour payer pour être un gouvernement? Do not sell your vote. Do not sell your future. Do not sell St. Lucia the way the St. Lucia Labour Party is doing it. You will vote Marcella Johnson, a woman of substance, a woman of accomplishment, a woman of achievement. She is not coming to take from you. She is coming to help you build a better future for yourself and for your children. Alan Chasney, as our leader, he has accomplished, he has achieved, and he wants to take all St. Lucians to a higher level, while Philip J. Pierre wants to take you below sea level. We're not sinking St. Lucia with the Labour Party. We are going to right the wrong by voting the United Workers' Party. Thank you, good night, and God bless you.
Thank you very much, Guy. You just heard from the right guy. Now, before I say good night, I just found out that there are some labor rights around. Feel free next time to come forward. Don't stay in the back like you're some spy. Colleagues, I'm talking to you. So, ladies and gentlemen, Guy explained to you exactly what I mean. I told you it was not just period poverty. Guy gave you a whole list. And you know, we know that there are no poor people in government, but it is the people of St. Lucia who are poor. Guy do konsa, lanisa, kini kome kondo, depi yo antou an gouvernement. Mais avant yo te à toi gouvernement, yo pas teni yo condo. Okay, but actually yo ni come. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we know that we have to put it all to an end. I want to say to you, I am encouraged by your presence here today. I'm encouraged by the fact that we have established a headquarters here today. And I'm encouraged by the fact that we have a place to go to work with Marcella to ensure, and I don't care what Guy, Dominic, Herod, or all in them say, the first seat that will be declared for the United Workers' Party in the next general election will be the seat of Gros Islet with Marcella Johnson as our parliamentary representative. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Thanks for coming. Keep supporting the United Workers' Party. Keep taking a stand for your country. Get home safely. Have a good night. Thank you once again.